What's the price you'd be willing to pay for knowledge that's totally off limits? Today, we're diving into an incredible ancient story. It's all about ambition, a huge deception, and a consequence that is just devastating. This is the story of the Guru's curse. All right, so let's just start with a big question right off the bat. Is a lie ever okay if it's for the sake of achieving greatness? I mean, what if the whole system is stacked against you? Is it really so wrong to, bend the rules a little to reach your full potential? I want you to really keep that in your mind because we're about to meet a warrior who had to make that exact impossible choice. So, our story kicks off with this one, all-consuming quest, a quest for power, a power that was absolutely 100% forbidden.
Okay, so let's meet our main character, a young man named Karna. And this guy's ambition, it's like a fire inside him, with just one goal, to become the greatest warrior the world has ever seen. He's got the talent for sure, the raw potential's there, but to really shape it, to become a master, he needs a teacher, a guru, someone who can unlock everything he's capable of.
And he knows exactly who he needs to learn from. The only one capable is the legendary sage Parashurama. But there's a problem. A huge problem. You see, Parashurama has this deep-seated hatred for the Kshatriyas, that's the warrior caste, and he's sworn this powerful oath that he will never ever train one of them again. It's like a giant wall standing right between Karna and his entire destiny.
So, what's a guy like Karna supposed to do? Well, he makes a choice. A really fateful one. He decides to hide who he really is. He completely sheds his identity as a Kshatriya warrior and puts on a disguise. He goes to Parashurama, pretending to be a humble Brahmin, a scholar. It's a massive gamble, right? He's betting everything on this one lie, hoping it's the key to getting the knowledge he's starving for.
And you know what? It works. The lie works. Parashurama accepts him, and Karna becomes the perfect student, all while carrying this incredibly dangerous secret. I mean, he wasn't just good. He was a prodigy, an absolute natural. Karna was so devoted, so brilliant, he mastered advanced archery at a speed that was just astonishing. He learned how to use divine weapons, these powerful astras. He even learned the secrets of the Brahmastra. We're talking one of the most powerful weapons in existence. He quickly became Parashurama's best student, his favorite. And all this time, that secret is just simmering right below the surface.
But you can't build a life on a lie, right? Eventually, it's all gonna come crumbling down. And that brings us to the real turning point of this whole story, what I like to call the test of blood.
So, I want you to picture this. It's a quiet afternoon, deep in the forest. The great guru, Parashurama, is exhausted from a long day of training, and he's resting his head on his student's lap, just sleeping peacefully. It's this beautiful moment of trust, the bond between a master and his favorite disciple.
And then, bam! Out of nowhere, a sharp, searing pain shoots through Karna. A venomous insect burrows deep into his thigh. The pain is just agonizing, white-hot and relentless.
Okay, and this is where it gets really intense. Think about Karna's choice here. He could scream, right? Wake up his master, get some help. But any movement at all might wake Parashurama. And worse, so much worse, his reaction to this incredible pain, that could give everything away. So what does he do? Does he endure the agony, or does he risk it all and expose the lie he's protected for so long?
The blood starts to pool. It soaks through his clothes, dripping onto the ground. And Karna, he makes his choice. He doesn't move, not an inch. He just bears this excruciating pain in complete, total silence. And that single decision, that's what leads us to the final act. This is where Karna is about to find out the true and absolutely terrible price of his lie. Eventually, Parashurama starts to wake up, but it's not because of a sound or a shout. No, he wakes up because he feels something warm and wet. He feels his student's blood soaking into his own clothes. He opens his eyes and sees this gruesome wound, and he sees the impossible stillness of Karna. And just like that, the guru knows. Everything clicks into place. He looks at Karna and says, "No Brahmin, no scholar could ever withstand pain like this. Only a Kshatriya has that kind of endurance." And the irony, oh my gosh, it's just devastating. The very thing that made Karna such a perfect warrior, his unbelievable toughness, is the exact thing that blows his cover. It all unravels so fast after that. First, the realization hits the guru. Then comes the confrontation. He demands the truth right then and there. And Karna, he's cornered. The proof is literally his own blood, so he confesses. He tells him everything, that he is and always was a Kshatriya.
You can just imagine Parashurama's reaction. The feeling of betrayal is absolute. He feels like all those years of teaching, of mentorship, they were stolen from him. And in his fury, he unleashes this absolutely devastating curse. He tells Karna, the knowledge you stole from me, through a lie, it will fail you. It will abandon you in your hour of greatest need.
And this wasn't just some vague, angry curse. It was surgically precise. It was so cruel. The curse meant that Karna would remember everything he learned, all the techniques, all the powerful mantras, right up until the one moment he needed them most in a fight. And in that one critical instant, his mind would go completely blank.
And that curse, it hung over Karna like a dark cloud for the rest of his life, and it did ultimately seal his fate. Years later, in the Great War of Kurukshetra, during the most important battle of his life against his arch-rival Arjuna, it happened. His chariot wheel gets stuck in the mud, he's a sitting duck, and when he goes to summon his most powerful weapon, he forgets. He forgets the words.
So that brings us right back to the question we started with. Who was more wrong here? Was it the student who told a lie to get knowledge that he was, let's be honest, unfairly denied? Or was it the teacher who felt so betrayed that he cursed that hard-won knowledge right out of existence? It's a tough one, isn't it? And it's why this story is stuck around for thousands of years, making us all think about the real, true cost of ambition.